Hello everyone. Starting off the stream with our first set of RNG. Will we hit a parent? uh, I have no hopes that we're getting any quality of life for this, but I'd love to be proven wrong by Cygames. But hopefully, maybe I'll hit a parent. I had a decent one that ended up being guts. Let's see. Yeah, my bad. There's 18 skills here. And I hit 2. I have so many skills on my other like this. I know. It just sucks, you know. I think I don't mind doing it all that much. I hit this one recently, which if it had Nimble Nav, I would use it. I do like the 3-star shooting star. Actually, I should probably have this marked. Wait, this is sprint, mile. Okay, this one's medium. Hit this one. It only has head on though. Like, I really need Nimble Nav. Well, actually, I don't really need Nimble Nav because I'm running Ogre. Like, I don't think Ogre. And Ogre just has like a really easy career, so I can try to hit Nimble Nav on other Umas. But if I'm gonna try to put this on 2 sides of my GPs, like I really want both Nimble Nav and head on. But this one's like not the worst. It has 3 usable sparks, and it'd only be a GP. It'd be a lot easier to try to hit this on like a Tachyon. But I think I'm gonna do like a couple more days on special week. Because I would like I don't really want the 2-star power. It's not like the most ideal blue. Especially if it's gonna be on 2 sides. But I think today's gonna be my last day of doing the Tomama Cross runs. I feel like all I'm doing is just like I'm just chasing 200 more power and Uma Stan. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I was kind of losing my mind on these runs. I was really sad that no one made a better Grass Wonder. Yeah, Spark Renewals, I just kind of want Super Skip. I'm kind of tired of like all the animations in Mant. Like, that's my biggest complaint about Mant, is just every single... everything just takes... like, it's just annoying looking at. Yeah, I mean, the 200 more power just has a higher chance of beating my own gold chip. Like, I don't think I'm gonna struggle in the actual CM. I just don't want gold chip to be my highest win rate. Because it's just... like, I've ran her so many times now. After this CM, I think I would run gold chip more than I run Haru. After the CM. Her kit is just so good. Which I, like, once again, I still think is a good thing. Like, I think it's good that, the free-to-play Uma is good. Or not free-to-play, but the one that's, like, easy to obtain is good. God, it's just... I just want Cross. This is the only CM I'm gonna run Cross in. I just want Cross to win. I think Cross will be good in like one more CM. The next time the Tenno Spring happens. In Grandmasters, when Evos are out, because she can be played as a late surger. With her Evos, and you'll have access to Symbolic Chris S. I think that time, like, she gets like 2 times in this. I think that time, I think she has a better chance. The Grandmasters CM. I think she's stronger than she is right now. Because right now all she has is straightaway spurt, which is strong because like everyone else is pretty weak, but Lose Yourself is just so strong. I'm 680 clocks. Oh, I'm going through it quite fast. I think that's everything. Well, actually, I think I need to claim the... I just need to claim this. I think I have the ticket. I was actually struggling on getting this mission completed. Beat the opposing sprint ace in 5 team trials. I was losing a lot of them. I think this is the last mission I completed. I'll go ahead and collect that. I'm not gonna use this ticket on anything. There's nothing that it's useful for me. I mean, I have both these vouchers, and obviously the 3-star one's good. I'm gonna wait until the free pulls are over. Oh, no, I know. I'm gonna pull on Nishino Flower. Once I pull on Nishino Flower, I'll use the ticket to figure out what. Because after Nishino Flower, I don't think I'm pulling on an Uma for a while. Actually, let me see. Is there another Uma I want outside of Nishino Flower? I was thinking about pulling for the King. Well, actually, if I didn't pull on Nice Nature, I think I would have pulled for King Halo. But I think I'm dropping King Halo. I'll just borrow it. Because like King Halo is only so I can run Haru. And it's like, I don't think I can build a strong enough Haru, so there's no point in making my own parent. I kind of want to pull. I kind of want Kopani Riki, so I can run Haru, and Kopani Pace. But I don't know if I'm gonna have enough carrots. I guess it depends on how much I spend on Nishino Flower. I know I'm gonna pull on Narita Brian Blaze. I didn't get to play her the first time she was good. Well, the only CM she was good in the Japanese server. So I want to play Narita Brian Blaze. She's only used for the 24th CM, this one, and then everyone, like, the next time a long happens, people will have access to TM Opera O with. So Narita Brian Blaze isn't that strong. Blaze Ryan's your second any ticket. Yeah, maybe I just ticket it. When is the 413? Actually, yeah, you can ticket it for this. I think it's... Wait, 12, 15... I think you can get a Brian Blaze for the Arima Keenan, which is why I wanted to pull on it. I think that was my thought process. I wanted to see if I could sweat out a Brian Blaze quick enough for the Grand Live Arima Keenan. She releases the day of the CM, I think. Or at least that's what I remembered from like 3 years ago. She released during this Arima Keenan, but it was hard to like build one fast enough. But she's good for this one, which you kind of only have like a day to build, and she's good for the Tennis Spring, which is a month after the 2nd anniversary start. But I'll probably just have her so I can run her in those 2 CMs. And I'll probably use her for the La Arc League of Heroes. 913. Yeah, because... Or actually, I think Opera O... No, Opera is out before this. Maybe I won't use her for the Kikua show. But 2 CMs I want to use the Brian for. Another thing is that tomorrow will be the... Chapter 6. I guess it's final part 1. There's 2 more chapters of Act 1. Is it called Act 1? No, Act 1. There's 2 more chapters. So there's going to be one tomorrow, and then in 3 months will be the 2nd part with Special Week. And this is where you unlock the Arima Keenan Special Week. Or Arima... What is Special Commander? I don't remember what her title was. And then after that, there's a pretty big gap. Like, we'll go about a year. Or actually, I think it was closer to... Yeah, about a year gap between the end of the main story and the start of the Triple Tiara main story. But in 3 months, we'll have the last part of Act 1. And then there's just... on the Japanese server, it was 2 years. It was 2 full anniversaries in between. Team Series card, I don't really like, but it's... I mean, if you're running 2 speed, 2 wit, like, it's fine as a flex. You can run, like, 3 guts, this, and, like, 2 wit as well. It's fine as a flex, like, it's a free-to-play card. It's actually somewhat decent in guts decks. It gives a lot of speed throughout the dates. I think it's, like, somewhere around 100. But, like, the main stat it gives is speed. It gives a lot of stats and other stuff as well, but it'll mainly give you speed through her events. It's not, like, unusable. I just don't really like it. The skill it gives you is a long skill, which we're going to be done. Well, I mean, unless you want to use this for this current CM, you can try to use it as one of the flex slots. Like, I think on, like, I don't know, gold chip, like, any of the people who don't have a 20%, you can probably do 2 speed and this, super creek, and then 2 wit, and it should be fine. Just the main thing is that it has 5% race bonus, and then it's also not usable in Grand Live. You also can't use it on any of these 6. You can use it on Gold Chip, which is why I brought her up as an example, but you can't use it on the other 6 in the picture. For the people who are part of the main story, you can't use this card on. I think that's everything I have about this. Like, I think it's fine. It's just like, you know, the skill is for long, and then after the CM, there isn't a long. But you can probably try to use it when it comes out tomorrow, if you have the club points for it. For my account, I mean, I could get the level 50 Ayabe for Tamama Cross. It's just, and like, it would give me more power. I just don't think it's worth it. I'm probably gonna use it for Bijin. If I can find Bijin. I'll probably use it on Bijin, just because she has the race bonus at level 30. And I use this for parenting. And then when Throne releases, like, I'm gonna be borrowing Throne, so I can't borrow Bijin for parenting. How many more club points do we need for the rest of the shop? Is there still more items added to the shop? I thought this was everything. I think part 3 was the last time they added stuff to the shop. I don't think there's anything else in the shop. Let me pull up the list. Right, all the hint books. Yeah, I think this is everything that was in the shop. I don't think anything else is getting added. Part 4 doesn't add anything. Oh, tomorrow would also be part 4. And then part 4 comes out with the legend races, which is why the daily races here got put into something called the daily program. I'm trying to remember what else is in the daily programs. I think you can... They, like, add walking with your Uma, I think. I think that's one thing that gets added to the daily program. I think there's 4 options on the Japanese server. I can't remember what the 3rd one is. Or the 4th one. But daily legend races should get added in here. At least I think there's 4 options. Maybe not. How does the Passion Zone work? They're very similar to POW cards. They have a recreation. So once you get them to 40, they have a chance of giving you the... They have a chance of, like, starting their dating events, right? And when you unlock that chance to start their dating events, like, I'll use Rico as an example. But, like, Rico will have the event where you can unlock their dating. They will have the same one... Where is it? I actually don't know. I don't know what the event is here. But when you unlock their dating, they will enter the Passion Zone. So the Passion Zone, for 2 to 5 turns, any training they show up on, they will give you Team Serious, it's 15%. And then this last 2 to 5 turns, you're also immune to Insomnia and Slacker, I believe. Yeah, so you're immune to, you're immune to Lazy and Insomnia. Which I think is Slacker and... I don't know which one, I can't remember which one Insomnia is. 2 to 5 turns. And it's random how long it lasts between the 2 to 5 turns. So hopefully it lasts longer for you. But that's one way of unlocking it. The second way of unlocking it is this event right here, which is the last date event. So you can guarantee activate it on the last date. So generally, like when you do the Takarazuka Kinen, you would do this last date, so you can hopefully get 4 turns of Passion Zone. Remember, it's a random between 2 to 5. But either 4 to 5 turns, or like it's a 50-50, right? 2 to 3, you don't get the whole summer. 4 to 5, you get the whole summer. But that's like the guarantee date you can do, and usually you save that for the second summer. That you can kind of, maybe you can speedrun their dates early on to try to get it, if you get it unlocked early, so you can try to use it for the first summer. And then the third way of entering the Passion Zone is after this event, after the guarantee, or like the controllable Passion Zone, it just randomly turns on. Can you really rest 5 times by then? Generally you save it for the second summer. The guaranteed one. Because you shouldn't really be relying on the random chance that it enters the Passion Zone. So generally you use it on the second summer. Same with Throne. Like Throne, you will also save it for the second summer. But if you like get it activated, like, I don't know, pre-debut, you could probably try to activate it by the first summer. Because it's just like every 2 turns of training, you would, or 2 turns of race, instead of like training or resting, you would just do the date event. We're going back to Baiko. I didn't like Naruto Top Red. I hate Naruto Top Red's negative effects, or negative events. Doesn't that mean you can't race the Senior Spring Triple Crown? I mean, yeah, but I don't think the title from the Takarazuka Kinen outweighs the... It matters more on Throne. Throne is like just a disgustingly strong card. Like, the 35% friendship gauge you get is significantly more stats than the title. Like, it's more important that you get a good Throne training. Like, this is a lot more important. I also thought you could do this Spring Triple with by doing the Takarazuka Kinen during the first year. But I might be misremembering that. Either way, like, Throne matters more when you're doing the summer training. 15% isn't like that much, but it's still like the way you're supposed to play the PAL cards. Yeah, because I think you can get the Spring Triple Crown on the Tenno Spring if you did the Takarazuka Kinen the first year. But either way, like you want to spend that guarantee on one of the summers, because you can't control when it first unlocks dating, and you can't control when it randomly gives you the date or the Passion Zone. Like, the only one you can control is when you finish the dating events. Yeah, I mean, we can check on this run. Or I can double check on this run, because I usually do the Takarazuka Kinen. But I don't remember ever getting a title off of this one. I always get a title when I finish the Tenno Spring. I think the only one that has to be senior year was the... Actually, I don't remember. I don't know if any of them needs to be the senior year. Trying to think. Oh, the Japan Cup, I think, for the autumn has to be senior year. I don't think you can get the autumn one in Classic. But I can't wait till we all see how busted Throne is for the Sprint CM. It is really good for parenting though. Like, it's probably the best card to borrow for parenting, because it makes it really easy to hit SS stats. Just because, like, wherever Throne lands, it's guaranteed, if you have, like, the ankle and the weights, it's just guaranteed to be, like, 60 stats. Which, like, when you're parenting, it doesn't matter. Unless you're trying to hit the 1100. So any of the stats just helps you try to get as close to SS as possible for the better whites. Does she? I can't tell because the accent she uses. All these are bad friendships. I guess Stam's the best. I was thinking about not streaming today, because I read the ending to Chainsaw Man. And I was very annoyed with it. Do you think they'll let us time travel Exploit Throne for the CM finals when it first comes out? I don't see. Let me see. Throne comes out, or came out 7/19. So you think for this medium track? I don't think so. It released 5 days after. Maybe actually. You maybe. That's actually kind of funny. You might be able to. It released 5 days after. I don't remember if the dates I have here are the registration dates or the start of round 1. Actually, I think this is the start of round 1. Never mind. Okay, on the Japanese server, it released after the finals, so probably not. Yeah, okay, because I think these dates are round 1 start. Chainsaw Man ended. Yeah, the manga did. Or part 2 ended. I'll try not to like do any spoilers. I wasn't really satisfied with it. Would I do it? Yeah, I'll probably do it. I mean, I'll probably just make a better Ogre and just leave the rest alone. Because that one's the medium track, right? The Hunch and 2200, like the perfect Ogre 777s. I'll probably have to redo it. I mean, Throne's kind of good because it gives you the gold medium corners. Which is really awkward because the only CM it's useful, or the only CM that it should come out for is a sprint. But she has the gold medium corners. Such a weird decision too. To release it so late. Like, they just decided, oh, we should probably have a PAL card for this. Let me see here. But yeah, like, if you unlocked dating with it, Like there's a turn here you can use it. There's a turn here you can use it. There's a turn like here you can use it. A turn here you can use it, and then you can drop the Takarazuka Kin and to do the fifth one. But if you do like what 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like 5. If you do those 5 turns, like you can get it activated for the first one. But generally you just try to activate it on the second one. Just because it's kind of awkward rushing the date events. Is my volume bad? I'm not seeing any issues on my side. Volume's good for you. Dropping year 3 Takarazuka is kind of iffy. I don't think you understand how strong Throne is. Like, 35% friendship training on anything is a lot. Like, dropping a G1 for it is not the issue. It's not an issue. It's not like it's a triple crown. Or like the classic triple crown that you're dropping. Like, if you get 4 turns of 35%, it's 4. If you can get 4 turns of 35% friendship training, it's just insane value. We got both the energy events from Pegasus. But I think I'm just gonna take the power, since I want to do the 2 turns here. My bonds are pretty good. There's not really a point in training anymore. Just gotta finish racing. Let's see Yasuda Keenan a part of again. Is it just 15 stats? Yeah, it's 2 15s. Oh, it's also part of the Sprinters one. I'm gonna check it on this run, but I'm pretty sure you can do the Spring Triple with the year 1 Takarazuka. I lost the gamble there. I think I just have to rest this turn. Or I can do a wit training. I think I either rest or do the wit. This is prudent. Oh, we just take the 30 energy here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do either Takarazuka. I have a lot of people saying that it's the senior one. So I'll check on this run. Unfortunate fine motion didn't show up. We'll take the guts because I'm gonna go to 0 energy on these. This was a good training here, but like I'm pretty sure I have everybody at Rainbow now, except one more for Kita Fuku. Oh, yeah, I guess on like Ogre and Maru, it's a little awkward. Right, because you want to do the Teo show. But I still think it's worth dropping the plus, even if, like, you would have to drop the Spring Champions, like, 2 +10s does not outweigh a 35% rainbow that can happen on, you know, 4 trainings. Oh my. The bonds are good and my stats are good, so I have to use a clock here. Alright, we're gonna swap to end for the rest of these races. A lot of patience. If I had one more barbecue, I might take that training over. Yeah, if I had one more barbecue, I think this training's worth it. The triple rainbow. Because I have the items. Oh, actually, I don't have a speed ankle. But that training's not worth it on a solo rainbow. Like, I don't think I'm not worried that my bonds aren't gonna make it in time. So there's no need to take that speed training over the race. Kinda just need to try to get some shop refreshes so I can get ready for summer. I don't even know I have the Yasuda Keenan scheduled. I think I take this race like once, like maybe once every 10 runs. I might take that race. Ooh, our shops aren't that great. Is your chat visible? I can see it, yeah. We don't need the energy here, just take the power wit. Because I'm gonna train here, and then I think I really want to race next turn. Take this power. This gets all my speed cards readied. Actually, I might not get Fuku readied. Is Fuku ready? No, went off. We'll probably be able to take this race and then do a training anyways. Tokyo is easier as an end closer. I'm just gonna buy straightaway Spirit now and just play as end closer. And the Tokyo 1600 is probably the easiest track for an end closer. Well, not the easiest, but the best track for an end closer. Of course, Hishi Amazon's pace chasing. Mile B 225. 355 Mile B. We're not gonna clock this. There's no good trainings there. You always pick the longer rival races when you're running end. The Tokyo 1600 is like the best if you have Encroaching Shadow. This would get my Fuku and my Ayabe to 80. Or I can hope that I get the second random event since I have one barbecue. Or I just get another barbecue. Oh. This might be a loss. Okay, never mind. I can beat Nishina Flower, but I can't beat Hishi Amazon. I guess you only have Turbo Sprint. Straightaway accelerations. Cupcake and a charm. Yeah, Ayabe's at... Oh wait, Ayabe doesn't get mood or friendship from her events. I think Nakayama's really hard to win with Spirit. It's like all corner. I think Hanshin's a little easier. Nishino lost because of height. I think that's how my Haru lost. I lost by a head to a Taiki. Just wasn't tall enough. Actually, no. What do you mean Nishino lost because of height? Cross isn't that much bigger. We do have a little bit of energy, so she's fine. Oh nice, we have to meet up. Hopefully we can do it. I would like to do a wit training here. Actually, I do think I need to take this wit training. Unless I bank off of getting a barbecue. But this wit training will let me get Fuku. So we're just gonna gamble on the 75% here. And then that should be all the bonds I care about. Oh. We are not gonna have Fuku readied. Failed the 20 or the 88%. Hopefully that doesn't become a problem. Ah, seeking the pearl. Let's do another Taiki. Oh, that's a crazy stat line to lose to. Who lets Taiki run around with this gun? All that for a mile hint. Wait, what? What do you get from... Oh, win 10 standard distance races. I forgot I lost one of them. Because usually I get that in the Satsuki show. I was confused why it popped up there. But I forgot that I lost the Queen's Cup. Our shops have not been that great. I haven't seen another 60%. I kind of have no energy. With only using 120. What's up, Jaka? What does failure protection mean for that gamble? It was just... Fuku has the... Oh, wait, it's in her unique event. But, like, I have... You have 25% chance to fail that on 20 energy. Failure protection drops it down to, yeah, 22. It might be 22.5. I don't know if they truncate it or if they round it. I guess it makes more sense if they just truncated it. And it is 22.5. I've been getting a lot of hammers. I can buy up to 3. I guess we can just hammer this next G1. Oh, definitely rest here. Wow, I'm going in with no energy. That was a really unlucky sleep deprived. We're going in with 10 energy and a single Vita. Plus 20. No, yeah, it's 10% off of the failure rate itself, so it should be 2.5. Oh, and I have a charm. True. Minus 10 hits? Okay, I'll trust you, Jaka. We can't even check. Oh wait, Suzuki is fast-paced. Okay, there's a second charm that we can buy here. Okay. I think we have to take one wit training then. Okay, we're gonna take this wit training. It's actually perfect. We're gonna take this wit training and then we can double good luck charm. We don't have any whistles. That's kind of annoying. But I got lucky with this wit training here. Gets my Fuku up and it lets me get enough energy. Yeah, not having the whistles is kind of annoying. I've never done a creature run on stream for this. CM. Okay, that's good. Would like Super Creek to show up once. I guess not. I kinda wanna do this wit training. Race early, get your bonds bailed out. Yeah, that's generally what it should be. Like if you're trying to get a decent run, you should be completed with. You should have raced like 9 times during junior year. Like, I think dropping races for bond just like means you're on bad pace. Most of the good cards don't need a mirror to bond you to bail you out though. I guess Fine Motion kind of sucks because she has only the initial in her unique, but all the other cards have decent enough bond. But yeah, you definitely want to just get bailed out by barbecues. Like sometimes you'll see me not like if it's better to raise all your stuff equally unless you're running like dead cards like the 2 power cards, the Nishina Flower and Marvelous Sunday, then you don't really care about the bonds. But you should always try to... Oh, I should have gambled there. You should always try to like equally raise it up and then get bailed out by a barbecue. Oh, Shinko and Haru, yeah, kind of suck. Oh, Guts cards you want. Or the Guts decks I don't really have a say in. But yeah, Windy does suck to use. We'll probably have to rest here. I don't have enough energy to cheat out these 3 races. Oops, that's not what I meant to enter. We can think about buying the speed training application if our shop refreshes are bad. If you don't get the barbecue, you'll start hedging the runs at Early Classic. I mean, I only needed 1 barbecue and I had all my bonds up by summer without like dropping any races, or I might have dropped 1 race. So like, you don't need to get bailed out by the barbecues. Obviously the 1 barbecue that I used was really helpful. But yes, if your bonds aren't get up by summer, the run's pretty much dead. We might I have 5 speed ankles. I just realized. I probably shouldn't. I don't need that many. Oh. I just got disconnected. Is it? Oh, I thought it was the reset. Some good wit here. Quality of life update. Yeah, definitely. Stealth update. Stealth update. I'll finish up with the last mile. Did I buy a skin outbreak? No, I didn't. Alright. So we're done racing, so let's look at the store and see if there's anything worth buying. No reset. It's unfortunate. I'll take the scam here. I like know which option I want to click, but sometimes I still click on the refresh. We can take the speed training application here. I feel like my speed's decent. It's like my stam that's the issue. I have one way of scamming this training out. I don't think speed's gonna be an issue. I think I'm gonna take this training though. I just hope that I get more. Because we're gonna do quite a lot of races going into the second summer. Hopefully I can get 2 more. I just need 2 trainings with Super Creek, I believe. There's so many people that I don't know. Yeah, sometimes I like look at the effects here, which like I know what I'm gonna click. I prefer borrow Baiko over Narita Top Road. I like Baiko because she gives the initial speed. And Narita Top Road is good at training because she has the power bonus and the what 5% additional friendship bonus. She's at 30, I believe. But like that Baiko has the 30 initial friendship gauge and the 35 initial speed for the early miles, and I feel like this has been more effective than running Narita Top Road. Like I just like the initial speed and the 15 additional initial friendship gauge over Narita Top Road. Oh, I don't want to pop a 20 here. It would be really bad if I got some. I don't want to pop a 20 here because I have no way of training afterwards, so I think I just have to gamble on the second race. I lost to It's On. I'm not clocking this. That's crazy. We can take the 10 energy here and get up to 50 with our items. Okay, we did win the gamble on the mood down. That's kind of annoying that I lost that. I think I'm popping... Because I know I want to race here. I'm definitely going to race here. So I'm trying to figure out how to do the 2 turns here. It's not good enough though. I might just rest, race, and then train. Like, none of these trainings are good enough. If fine motion was here, I think it would be train. Okay, at least this saves me an item. My shops just haven't been good enough to... And no rival race. My shops haven't been good enough to take some of these. I lost to Nice Nature? I have to top 3. I can't... I think if you're like under top 4... Or, sorry, under top 3, and like you get the 40... You get less SP and the 40 tokens, it's just not worth it. I'll take the Hanshin race course. Okay, we can take this. We have 5 of these speed training anklets. The alarm, yeah. The global exclusive alarm clock pass. This speed training is not worth just skipping the... I really go here just because it's a rival race. We win these, right? It's a Dover. Yeah. Let's use carrots instead of clocks. I think it's 10 carrots per clock. I think you can. You should be able to 10 carrot clock. Well, after you use all your clocks. But I think I've seen somebody clock the races for 10 carats. $10 carats a clock is going to rack up quite a cost, though. I guess it's kind of subsidized because we're not using 10 carats to refresh. Okay, am I gonna hit the long S? Nope. 230 affinity for nothing. Run is glued. Okay, let me do the Tenosha Spring because I wanted to check if... No, let me do the Tenosha String first, but yeah, I'm gonna glue it. But... I want to look at the title from this. But we all glue after this race. Unfortunate. Our stats were on pretty good pace. Yeah, so you can do the Takarazuka Kinan the first year to get the Spring Champions. Which is why it's not bad to drop this for a date event once Throne comes out. You just do the date here, assuming you did the Takarazuka Kinan here for the 20 stats. The only issue is like if you're Maharu, or not Haru, if you're Maru, Zensky, or Ogre Cap, you kind of want to do the Teo Show, because you want to do the 5G1 dirt races, right? Like you want to do the 5G1 dirt races for the title, and then you'll do one more here instead of the Queen Elizabeth. And then you do the February stakes here, and that's your 5. So it's a little awkward like having to put in another, or not being able to do the dirt G1s, because you don't want to do the dirt G1 in the summer, the Derby. I think it's only in Classic. But you can drop this one for the group cards. And this is where you most likely want to pop it. Unless you somehow get the date unlocked early enough to pop it here. so you can gamble on the passion training for the rest of the years. But most of the time... Oh yeah, I guess you can do the Tokyo Daisho 10. I guess you did here. But yeah, most of the time you'll probably pop your group card Passion Zone on this date, because you don't need this one for... Or as long as you did this one in the Classic here, you don't need it for the title. You ain't playing Pulling Throne because you're a... Yeah, I mean, I'm not Pulling Throne either. It's only there for a sprint, and maybe it can clip into the finals of the Hanshin course. But I'm not going to pull for Throne. But I know some people are going to try out the group card that comes out tomorrow, and it's the same concept. You'll just pop it on the second summer. Because it's not... The random passion zones that you get afterwards isn't really worth it, especially on maybe on Throne it's worth it. It's worth like trying to pop it on the first summer, but for Special Week it's only 15%. Or sorry, Team Serious. For Team Serious it's only 15%, so I think it's better to just wait until the senior year. That way you can use the dates at better timings instead of trying to spam through it in order to get it ready for the first one. Oh, maybe I should stream tomorrow. I don't want to use the new card. I'll do it on... Well, we'll test out the card on Friday. I think I'm gonna take a break tomorrow. But today's gonna be the last day of streaming these Tama runs. You have to wait for the club rewards. How expensive is it to maximum break a card? Is it 6k? I think it's 6k club points, right? Yeah, I haven't done any of the other ones, so I just have a lot of crowns remaining. I don't know. I don't really like the Team Serious card. Maybe I'm just too spoiled by Throne and Ancestors. I just think Team Serious doesn't do enough. Like, the only one I care about is Super Creek and this Guts training, but it's a Guts training. I think I'd rather do the speed. It's good free to play. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it in a lot of the, like, the free to play Guts decks. I don't know, it just seems so high rolly that, like, I can't imagine anybody wants to do it. Wow, this is the second time Tazuna has shown up. We got Tazuna's random event last turn, or last run too. At least I think it was Tazuna. The last limit break for Brian. Is Guts tech meta for mile sprints? It's good on Tokyo tracks. Like, I think I'm gonna recommend Guts for Tokyo tracks. But like the next, like whenever the final straight is long, like you kind of want Guts. So like for the next Nakayama, it's kind of fake. Like, I don't think you're winning off of a Guts on this final straight. Like, you'd rather just do like Killer Tunes or something. Killer Tunes, Fast and Furious. I think it's better than running Guts for this. For like the extra 0.2 that you'll have over a speed wit builder. But I think for like the Derby, you can try to get away with it. Like the Tokyo tracks are really long straights, and when you're able to stam up a little bit higher, you can duel this entire length. It's a lot of speed that you can get. So I think for the Derby and the mile, I'll probably recommend Guts, which is 13 and 14. And then obviously for the sprint, you kind of want guts since there's not that much more else you can have. But I think for like these 3 tracks, the guts build can work. Tokyo Derby's a little awkward because obviously it's the longest medium track, so there's a chance that people bring debuffers or stamp debuffers. But in theory, the Tokyo track straights are the best time to have guts. Especially this mile. This mile I think is really important to duel. This is like how my Haru won a lot last CM. Like that's why she had, you know, I think like a good 20% of her win rate was because she was able to enter a duel on this last straight. Just keep in mind, like when you're dueling, you have to be top. Is it top 5? Man, that's kind of bad that I don't remember. Top 50%. Yeah, so you have to be top 5. So if you're like, it's more important if you're like pace chasing, you kind of want to do this. And then if you're late surger or end closer, like you really need to close in the gap, especially on like this track specifically. But on the Tokyo Derby, like you're gonna need to hit Let's Pump Some Iron, Moving Beyond, and Redshift in order to get into range to duel on the final straight, which is a little hard when against like frontrunners and Ogre Christmases. But for the Tokyo tracks, I think Guts is really good. I just think that like I think for the next medium, the 2000 meter, like it's not gonna have a big effect. But if you can't get the skills from like running the traditional 2 speed 2 wit deck, 2 flex, like if you don't have 2 cards to flex, I guess Guts is your best option. Fuku is super low. We have to do this wit training, or else I won't be able to take a training next turn without gambling on it. Bonds are looking really bad though. Or at least just Fuku's bond is looking really bad. $256 speed. Yeah, without Baiko, I'd be at 220, which is just a little sketchy. I think we just have to gamble. So I'm gonna buy straightaway sprint now and just force end closer, since the pacing is already kind of bad. And take the opening race there? I don't think so. Like because like just like the energy economy would mean what? I do nothing the next turn. Let's see the pearl. I lost to Seeking. I'm not gonna clock this. I'm just gonna lose again to her. And then we don't get a mile race, or a rival race. It's a glue angle. Yeah, bonds are really bad here. Like, Fine Motion and Fuku are stuck. Under 40. Let's see if I can win a single mile race here. I'll take the guts since... Yeah, I'm not even gonna look at the trading. I just want to see if I can win a single mile. All of it is by like a head. I'm just not tall enough. Or not me, but Cross isn't tall enough. Yeah, this is why I kind of do pace for the like junior year. I just feel like without the stats, no, we won here. Especially on Mile B, I feel like with the stats that you get during junior is just too hard. That's most likely just a glue. I mean, it's not complete. Let's go to the first inspiration. I think it's a little trigger happy to glue there. But like I have to go for a high roll because I need to max speed stand power in order to build a better cross. You retired Tama. If you play Pace Tama, it's not that bad. And use her unique as a late race. I think it's just it is annoying that for like affinity, like having to raise with the miles though. The thing is like 300 is not even that bad. Alright, we can play this one. I think I'm just gonna play Pace. It's too greedy to try to run end closer on mile B. I don't even think mile A wins there. But it's like, I don't know. Like this cross just I'm not happy with. I just think she's gonna have a lower win rate than Gold Chip, which is not ideal. If I can get max power, I think it's a lot easier. Because a max power Tama can run down Akita-san. Like right now, if I face into Akita-san, I can't really do anything. Like White Lightning isn't enough. Okay, let me actually stay on Pace and not switch back to end. I didn't really like that run. Fuku was at like 40 bond, and I failed the Fuku chain event. I feel like Fuku is really awkward because if you fail her career event or her chain event, she just doesn't get any more bond. Isn't it better to borrow near the top road? I think the early speed like matters a lot from Baiko. And like the power bonus is nice from near the top road, but like it averages out to like 30 more power. Like I don't think like I'm not gonna get the 200 power I need off of just running a Narita top road for the power bonus. Yeah. Also, Baiko has the like I said it the last run or when we started the last run, but I just think the 15 extra specialty priority and the 35 initial speed matters a lot more. Like, I'm not gonna take sympathy, so I don't know why I'm clicking the effects. It's just whenever I see Seeking the Pearl, I always have to like stop myself. Cause what if it's the Umastan event, even though it's digital with it? I don't think I've seen the random Umastan event from Seeking the Pearl. Is quality of life Samaro? I hope so. The problem with Tama is wit. I mean, I don't... Like, 900 to 1,000 is decent. I think I'd rather have max power and 1,000 wit than max wit and 1,000 power. Like, I'd rather have the 200 points in power than the 200 in wit. But both my end closers have like 950. Which I think is high enough. I don't know. Higher wit is good though, there's a lot of downhills. Only 700. Yeah, 700's a little sketchy. I don't like. I mean, just seeing how I'm doing my runs to get the 900s. We already missed the charming event, so I don't know why I'm holding on to. I don't know why I'm holding on to this barbecue. Or we already missed the charming event. Alright, I think taking this race and then I think taking this race is better, and then resting is better than taking a rest into a training. Oh, it is awkward to rest here. We can pop a 20 and take this wit training. I think that's better. To get the Fuku bond. You lost the debut race. I've luckily haven't. Oh, the pearl again. I've luckily haven't lost too many in the debut race. But Tama pace is pretty good since her unique works on the straight. Which is actually somewhat decent on mile tracks. Like, Tama has a usable unique. It's a lot more successful on pace. It's just you lose like the end closer hints. But it's not like you're going to be able to afford a whole bunch of them. And sometimes you just like late start and then they never move up. Every day you come in the will be better. I don't know. I think like there's also a pressure. There's kind of a pressure I made to like try to build something strong, since if I give out advice and I don't have anything to back it up with, it's kind of rough or weird. I don't know, when I'm playing the strongest characters, like I should bring a pretty strong one. Another cup. Barbecue is pretty good here. I like buying 1 power ankle. It might be a little too early to buy it here. But doing 1 good power training is always nice. I could probably try to hit a better gold chip. It'd probably be better. I don't want her to have my 4th CM title. Or a 4th CM title. She's already hoarding 3 of them. Do I drop the race here? Does double barbecue get me to double rainbow? Oh, it does. This is such a weird turn to drop it. I'm pretty sure this is I'm supposed to take the double rainbow here. Do you always need Daring Strike on gold chip? I don't think so. Oh, this is Umastan. I think, like, gold chips, Daring Strike is awkward because they both do the same thing. Like, they both do the same thing. So, it's really rare that she procs both Daring Strike and her unique. Can I show the Grass Wonder I'm borrowing? Yeah. It's 2 speed, 3 long. It had Nimble Nap, Straightaway Spurt, and Closer Straights, Umastan, Playtime's Over. Those are the 5 that I'm using it for, and obviously Superior Heal. And then they have Nimble Nap, Spurt on their Rudolph and Nimblenav. We must see an early start on their gold ship. It's 3 power. Oh, let's just take the rest of the sparks. I heard recently that their borrow or their friend slot was full though. I also don't remember what the code was. And I don't think you can pull it up on the game. So I remember I tried showing off one of my borrows and I couldn't find their trainer ID. That combining abilities is good. Well, the issue is that Daring Strike can activate anytime during the mid-race, and Anchors Away activates at the 50% mark. It's just that, like, the issue is, you know, if Daring Strike doesn't activate early, or if Daring Strike activates early, there's a chance that at the 50% mark, you're not 6 or below, because everyone's playing End Closer. So if you activate Daring Strike before the point you can activate Anchors Away, you could overshoot the conditions for Anchors Away, or the position for Anchors Away. And then if you're so far in the back, but Daring Strike activated after the 15% mark, Anchors Away could trigger and still push you out of that 6th place slot. So you need them to activate at the same time together, or at least somewhat close by, where you're still 6th place or lower. It's just like the chances that you see both of them activating is pretty low. It's just because Daring Strike has too big of an activation window. So it's hard to guarantee both of them together, because they both do the same thing. It's just Daring Strike. Or actually, Daring Strike I think is 5th and below. Are they both 5th and below? Or no, they're both 6th and below, right? I'm blanking on it now. By the way, because they're like the exact same skill, you need to activate them at similar timings in order to get them both off. Is her unique? Her unique is 6th and below. Her Daring Strike is 5th and below, I believe. So you could activate like Anchors Away, and then go into 5th place, and then activate Daring Strike. And it's just like when I was testing the gold ship, when one of the skills activated, she usually just went into like 4th place. That's also because I have 1000 wit. Maybe I'm just high rolling on the wit check on the downhill. The initial downhill going up to the Anchors Away spot. But I just like very rarely saw both of them trigger in the race. Yeah, you would want Daring Strike on people who don't have mid-race. Well, I mean, you still want Daring Strike on gold chip. Like, it's still a really good skill. Like, for, like, the low roll lobbies where you are stuck 8th, 9th. I think it's just, like, specifically in this CM, when there's so many end closers, like, it's hard to... Sometimes you just lose out on your unique skill or, you know, a 300 SP skill. I think if you were like on the derby where like there's gonna be more front runners, or any of the medium tracks honestly, like where there is more front runners, it makes sense to try to get both of them because they would activate together more. It's also because I think this card is fake. I think Ayabe is not worth running in your deck. Like the amount of stats you lose running a brick is a lot when you can be borrowing something better. Like, I ran it on mine because obviously I own the card, so I'm still able to borrow something else good. But, like, losing your borrow slot for the skill card is rough. Yeah, Mr. CB, like, you should always run, even if you're a gold ship. Even if you can deactivate both of them. Admire Vega is so... like, is pretty weak. But, like, that's my... At least from, like, the, like, 40-ish rooms that I put my gold ship in, like, it's just... This CM is just too end closer focused. That there's a high... Like, there's a high chance you just wasted 300 SP. I think on Taishin and Tamama Cross, it makes a lot more sense because you need to push up. And you don't have any other positional requirements. Well, I guess Cross, you have the 6th to 7th positional requirement. But like Narita Taishin doesn't have it, and Cross doesn't have a mid-race that triggers that early. Or Tamama Cross's mid-race triggers pretty late. Yeah, once you have Mr. CB, it makes a lot more sense. It's just, like, running a power card feels really bad. But I think if you're running an end closer on any of the tracks up until Mr. CB Wit, Mr. CB Wit releases in May, right? So maybe for the next, I don't think it releases. I think it releases in time for the Derby, but not in time for the Hanshin. So like for the Derby, like you probably, if you're gonna run Gold Chip on the Derby, you want Mr. CB Wit, because the Derby is gonna be a lot of front runners and probably Ogre Christmas. And like a lot of late surger debuffers, so there shouldn't be that many people clogging up your end closer slots. I think it's guaranteed to release like at least the week before the Derby CM. But like that's the issue if you're not a front runner, is that sometimes your positional requirement skills are just gonna get disabled. Front runners, like all you have to really think about is fighting for first. But the farther back line you go, the more you have to think of, am I gonna be able to enter the conditions for this skill? Like if the 2000 meter was super front runner heavy, if everyone was running double fronts, then you can't use U equals MA2 on Christmas Ogre, for example. Not that I think Global is going to be very front runner heavy. Super Creek is really low on Bond. I could pop. I don't think it's worth for a 20. Okay, I think it's more important that I think it's Super Creek up. It's kind of annoying. We'll take this race and then do another training for Super Creek Bond. Would it still be worth to pull it for the Fuku rerun? Fuku is still really nice as a parent card. I just don't know if... Actually, I don't know if I should like cope on earlier quality of life changes. But it's like Fuku is a good parent card if Mant is still the best parent scenario for Grand Live. Because it was only on the Japanese server, it was only at Grandmasters when parenting switched off of this scenario. So my initial thought on doing Fuku was, okay, like most likely affinity changes are going to be at the second Annie, so Fuku lasts a little bit longer since I can use it in parent decks. So I think it's worth pulling for it if they don't introduce the affinity changes early, because you'll still use Fuku in Grand Live for Mant run parent runs, or if you do Mant parent runs. If you don't like doing parent runs, then I don't think there's that much value in the Fuku rerun. Since you're already missing out on half the CMs. Wait, no, you missed out on... yeah, half the CMs. So I think it releases after the Derby CM. So you'd pull Fuku for 3 CMs. You get a little bit more... you only get the value if you do parent runs with Fuku. You still need to run Mant for TR Umas to force them into the crown route. Yeah, for Dober, I think you would still need to do Mant. If you wanted affinity. Or you... actually, no. For Dober... no, I don't think you run Mant to force him to crown route. Unless unless you already made parents that ran the Triple Crown, generally you just make the GPs run the Tiara route. We're gonna take this training instead. To get Fuku ready. Like, if you're just gonna set up the whole legacy, you should just make your 2 GPs run the Tiara route. Because if you... like, if you're able to run the Triple Crown, you should be able to run the Triple Tiara. Or actually, no, because career events are gonna be back. Career events would be back, because you'd probably run Aharu for parenting. Yeah, you probably have to... I don't know, it's kind of annoying because you would have to make her be able to run longs to run the Triple Crown on her. Why Aharu? Aharu was used for parenting after the affinity changes because it had a rebalance. It had a rebalance with the Zenith spurts, so people ran it in Aharu. But I think you can also use Grandmasters. But I think you definitely didn't use Grand Life for it. Mant is still technically the better one. Like, Mant will always be really strong, even with the affinity changes. It's just that you could run Aharu for it. But I think Grandmasters, if you own the Grandmaster card, you can get Uma Stand from it. So you could also do it through Grandmasters. Yeah, it was just like, it wasn't worth the time to do Mant when you can cram out so many more races from in Aharu and Grandmasters. I don't remember what was consensus on which of the two was better. But the Zenith Sparks helped. The Zenith explosions let you hit SS in Aharu, so there wasn't that much difference. I think I'm gonna take this wit training. Let's use 120 here. We're gonna have to skip the Yasuda Keenan again. Sometimes you can get away with the Yasuda Keenan. Oh my, got a 12%. You can get away with the Yasuda Keenan if you have a bitter juice and a way to clear it. Oh, I didn't see what my inspiration was. Was it good? Corner Adept, early start, Divine Might. It was not good. Ignite, no stopping me, it's on. Yeah, I remember when Grandmasters released, people use both of them. I just remember no one liked running Mant anymore. I mean, after doing two, it was an entire year of parenting in Mant. Like, no one wanted it to go back with the affinity changes. Unless you needed to get, like, a Tiara fixing. But I don't think I played late surges back then. I was playing a lot of pace. I was playing pace end. I guess end closers kind of wanted Ryan over. When did I start JP Uma? I started when it released, but I wasn't like competitive until I wasn't that competitive. Just in general, actually. But I played until Twinkle Legends. Yeah, I think Ryan Dober's... Or Dober's the only one that's kind of awkward. But I played since the start and then quit at Twinkle Legends, since that's around when Global was released. I was also graduating college. And wow. I think we have to skip this. Which means we have to wait till next year, which should be fine. Hopefully the shop refresh was good. Your clocks hit 400. But this is a pretty decent training. What is that? 150 stats? It also lets me carry over this. Oh, I'm gonna buy a 20%? That was a terrible shop refresh. And Super Creek isn't... I have to take this training because I need Super Creek bond up. What's my favorite scenario? I like Man and Mecha Uma Musume. Unfortunate. We didn't get a horn. Using a 20% for this training is disgusting. But Mecha Uma Musume and Man, I think, are my top two. It's kind of hard for me to decide between the two. %, lasts the entirety of summer. Really? You think I can cap speed here? I don't know, it seems pretty behind. Sam's a little bit behind. If that first training with Super Creek was a rainbow training, the stat line would actually be somewhat decent. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can run in closer now. How reliant on rests are the upcoming scenarios? Grand Life, you do a lot of wit training, so that one's not... Law Arc, I think, was one of the scenarios I remember resting a bit in. But usually, like, only URA was, like, super rest heavy. All the other scenarios, you shouldn't have been resting. Or, I mean, Aoharu, you shouldn't have been resting that much. But Grand Life, or next scenario, you're gonna see a lot of wit. Around 5. I like being 600s out of summer. 600, 600, 550, 550. That's like my ideal stat line. 600, 550. Yeah, 600, 550, 550, 550. 810 is kind of awkward. 2 triple speeds. I mean, I don't think my Sam's that bad. It's just, I would like to be at 600 here. In, like, my general runs. At least we got Swing Gang. But yeah, Grand Life, you shouldn't be resting that much. Grand Life songs? Let me see if I can pull up the songs. Token Tracker. I found my old Token Tracker bookmark. Let's see. Yeah. But Grand Live has these songs that give you specialty priority. So generally, they were only in like the second year. But because your deck should only be like speed wit in this scenario. So like you shouldn't have rested that much. Like on the turns that you would need a rest, you would probably just use Light Hello, because you would want playtimes over from her chain event. So there was Recreations in Grand Live, but there wasn't that much resting. Yeah, you should use Light Hello early, and then you should be able to get enough training on wit. The early songs from year 1 was a lot of like, yeah, I think it's like friendship. You get like 15% friendship from the first section of songs, and then like 10 specialty priority, and like a support chain event one usually you bought. And the final year you finish it off with more friendship training. But when you enter the classic year, like generally you're able to buy like 10 to 15 specialty priority on all your cards. So like wit, your double wit cards should be like your quote unquote rest. You want to minimize rests in Grand Live, since every time you do training you get the tokens to be able to sing the songs. So you needed to get as much as you can. We did get Umastan. Alright, this was the round I got Umastan. What are my blues? I have no idea. 2 stam, 2 wit, 2 stam, 2 speed, 3 stam, 3 power. It's a mixed bag of everything. I don't have enough horns, so it's like awkward to take these trainings now. I think I just have to race and try to get the shop refreshes. I don't know why I keep calling them megaphone horns. Yeah, I mean the deck is a pretty mixed bag. 3 speed, 1 power, 1 stam, 1 wit. So I think it's suited my build. It's just awkward that these last 2 summer days I used a 20%. For the ankles barrels. Oh my! I got unrestrained. I have 500 speed on you. Is Grand Life also when Speed Spark increases speed cap, or is that? Yeah, it's when Speed Sparks will increase your speed cap. Or any spark will increase your speed cap, or any spark will increase your stat caps. The greens, like your greens, will increase stat caps. Cross, for example, will increase, you know, stam and power. It's based on their growth rates. So like you have 6 parents. Like for example, this is stam power, stam guts, speed stam. Is that operas? I don't remember, but you'll get it through your greens and your blues. I don't think I need to be clicking speed anymore. I have enough energy. I have a lot of energy. It's just... I just have no megaphones. Like, taking these trainings are so awkward. I'm using a 20% here. That's when 18 speed becomes pretty good then. Just for some shorter distances. I think like if you're like on the Arima Keenan or the we don't run the Derby. What's the other medium track that gets ran in the later half of the year? I feel like I should know this. It's a 2200. Which one's the Kyoto 22? It's a Kyoto 2200. Oh, the Queen Elizabeth Cup. That one. We're gonna have a Queen Elizabeth Cup and an Arima Keenan during Grand Live. And I think it's still better to run Stam, because like you don't really want to bring a Stam card. Unless you need it. We need to run the arena. Keenan, what am I doing? Yeah, I know, like, I know there's one medium track before the Arima Keenan. I always blank that it's Queen Elizabeth though. I think they do it one more time, or actually I think it might be only Grand Live they do Queen Elizabeth. I don't know if they ever run the Queen Elizabeth again. That isn't a League of Heroes. Yeah, I don't think they do it again. What's the Hanshin 2200? Hanshin 2200. Takarazuka? Oh, yeah, they used. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they run the Queen Elizabeth again. I think there was one League of Heroes on it. But I think Grand Live. Where are my megaphones? Do I think someone will recycle the same Christmas ogre for all three mediums? You can, I think. Let me check. I think you can. I mean, it's just like your stats aren't going to be fully catered. Okay. The Derby, it's kind of awkward to run U equals MA2. Because you get no carryover with it. But you can run it for the Hanshin 2200. Oh no, you can't really do it for the Hanshin 2200. I think you'd have to... I think running U equals MA2 is a little troll on the other two mediums. But you can recycle it if you skip U equals MA2. Okay, there's two 60s. And I can't afford both of them. Okay, we can rest, do the race for the other megaphone, and then take training in February. Okay, I don't even have to use any items, because I just got a 20 there. Yeah, U equals MA2 would make your trigger way too early on the other two mediums. Oh, and ignites damn. Yeah, if someone builds for the 2000 meter, no U equals MA2, they can recycle it for all three. I don't know, you could be doing double fronts Christmas Ogre, and you probably would rather redo your fronts. I have to save this cupcake. I want to save these items for the summer. I could pop it here for 25 additional stam and gamble that I'm going to get better items in the 6 races and the 2 shop refreshes. If I pop 160 in the stam ankle here. But I don't think I need to do it. I think that's like taking a risk for no reason. So we're just gonna raw train it. My wit's gonna be really low. 1 ogre. Yeah, build 1 ogre for all 3. I guess you don't have to upgrade your dominators either. I think it's kind of awkward running double Dom Ogre without... How much stamina I've gotten? 25 more. It's double, right? It's a 50% plus a 60. So I would use both my items for 25 more stam. We're gonna buy a second bitter juice, because we can try to bitter juice the end. If we get another cupcake. The Dirt CM's gonna be interesting. Or not Dirt, the Tokyo Mile CM's gonna be interesting. Can't wait to see everyone duel. We have 4 races to try to get a mood up. But it could just be glue at this inspiration if we miss Long S. We miss Long S again. Oh, we did get another cupcake. Ah, this one's glued. Yeah, like all the parents are made in Mant. I mean, I guess it's only like what, 2-star. It's like 60 affinity on this Opera with Long. I think like 50 on this Grass Wonder, and then 40 on this Symboli. I think is what it worked out to be. So it's like 140 affinity on the Longs. I think this run I probably could have gotten the stat line I wanted. Actually no, I think Wit would have been 800. Let me see. Like I think Stam would have been. It would have to depend on the summer. But I definitely think I could have hit the power. Like the 200 extra power. I just think the Wit probably would have been down to like 800. So I didn't get any really good Wit clicks. I was hoping for one during summer, but a 20% click is pretty weak. I don't know, I feel like I'm just chasing something that is a marginal upgrade at this point. 50% of the runs should give Long. Actually, I wonder what Chronogenesis thinks my odds are. Let's see, I think I have the... I think I have my parent imported, because I was using it when I was looking for the Grass Wonder. Let me see. What are my odds? So I'm running a cross. I'm using this as my parent. Or actually... Oh, they have an affinity calculator tab now. Where's cross? Cross. So off of my own Long, it's a 6.87. I think this is for each individual one. The 6.78. Yeah. And there's the 50 affinity bonus. Oh, actually, she has 76 compatibility. Then... Oh, that's kind of annoying. I don't know how to check it from this side. I think I'm just coping. Maybe it's... Here, let me... So I have 6.87 on my side, and then... I think this will still pull off the Grass Wonder. Yeah, I have to add it manually, which is kind of rough. But this is the Grass Wonder I'm using. It's 11% and 4.6%. So adds up to what, 20%. And then I think this is the odds for a single inspiration hit. Not the odds for both of them. But yeah, 260 affinity. Or nothing. So it should be like a 30 to 40% chance. I don't know what the actual odds are. But that's what I get for trying to up her mile. Now cross is not fun to play. I think he leads out on too much running opening races. It's like 100 to 200 SP. And like, it's such a rigid schedule you have to be under. I haven't seen a good end closer cafe that's dropped like miles. I feel like just dropping miles is... It reuses a lot of flexibility in your runs. So you're just really asking for a high roll. That is true. I'm not like Super Creek, and there's a lot of Umas that we just cannot play this career or play this scenario. Yeah, the thing is like the triple TR route's not that bad. It just sucks when you can't run miles. Even like sprinters who can only run the sprints and miles aren't that bad. Like it's just the mile G and dirt exclusive Umas, which I think is it just Haru? Is Haru the only dirt exclusive Uma? Because Smart Falcon can race turf. But it doesn't really. Haru's not that bad. Turf C isn't unrunnable. Yeah, Super Creek definitely. I can't imagine trying to build a Super Creek. Super Creek's the only one with mild G, right? Yeah, Falcon's a little bit easier because she can run the triple TR once you fix her turf. Sprint Mile isn't the worst. I think being able to run Sprint Mile is better than not being able to run Mile. I think Super Creek's the only one that has G. And then like it's like McQueen, Aishin Flash, Cafe, and Dodo that have F. Another early daring strike. Yeah. Unfortunately, Super Kid is just unlucky with her. I'm surprised they haven't like released a good skin for her. I don't think her Warfare one is that good. Long track pace chaser. I think she has monster. Sorry, I'm looking at Super Creek right now. What's her evolution to monster? Wow, I guess I should bring it on the main screen. Her evolution to monster is just an increase in range. That's still pretty weak long track. A lot of other pace chasers can just borrow TM Opera for monster. Also, I think she releases like way too late. Super Creek. It's not that bad. But I think you're just losing to a late surger. Unfortunately, monsters is not good that late. It's probably still runnable. At least her growth rates are good. Yeah, I think Super Creek's the only one with mild or yeah, my LG in the game right now. I think the next... Who is the next one? As my LG. Chevelgran. I think Chevelgran has my LG. That's pretty far away. Alright, bonds aren't looking too good. It's mainly Baiko. I haven't trained a single time with Baiko. Alright, we're gonna rest and just double train. Fix my hair. Speed's not looking too hot. Did Cygames tweet out anything? I didn't realize it was already past the reset. We have Kamaro's main story and Mejiro Bright. Mejiro Bright's fun. I think she's pretty decent. Mejiro Bright. She has guaranteed speed carryover on 3,000 meters plus. No quality of life. Because this scale is based on your HP. Summer McQueen also has this type of unique that will always have speed carryover. Well, not speed carryover, but it will always guarantee to last until the start of the final leg. So it'll activate like after the 12th section, and then it will always last until the final leg. So Mejiro Bright's the first one that has it. Summer McQueen will also have a unique similar to this, except it's for Pace Chaser instead of Late Surger. And then she has double recovery. Indomitable Heart is decent on longer tracks, since if you get overtaken, you get the recovery, which isn't that uncommon to happen. And then she has another recovery where she loses her speed in the first half. She like self-pace downs herself to get the recovery. So she's just a lose yourself user. Evos aren't that great, it increases the recovery. But the recoveries are good when Symbolic Chris S is like the first time you can run lose yourself, and like then you can't run Super Creek, right? Because you don't really want to run double stamp cards. So Mejiro Bright's kit is meant to be able to be used with Symbolic Chris S. Though it's a while until you're able to actually use it. But it's also a while until the next long track anyways. And like you wouldn't bring Mejiro Bright to a medium. Cross is sounding upset. Is it known how the stam drain effect works for risky business? Yeah, I had the numbers somewhere. I think I posted it. Or actually, I might just have it somewhere in the sheet. Let me find it. What gives risky business? Was it Nakayama Festa? I think I have it here. Okay, yeah. It's a 60% chance to drain nothing, a 30% chance to drain 2%, and a 10% chance to drain 4%. The same thing with Risky Business. Risky Business and Nothing Ventured both have the same percentage chance. Actually, it might be in the race stock. What is this called? Value scaling. Yes, I think it's this right here. Is that the type ID for it? Skills, risky business. Okay, I don't think it shows here. But I believe it goes through this, which is 60% chance for 0, 30% chance for 2, and a 10% chance for 4. That's better odds than you're expecting. Yeah, I think it's fine in medium tracks. Or, sorry, miles and sprints. Medium tracks is a little iffy because of stam debuffers. And then long tracks, a 4% debuff is pretty bad. But it's a 60% chance for nothing to happen. Which is, pretty good odds. A 2% sometimes you can tank too. It's only a 10% chance that you'll, like, probably just die. I like it for sprints and miles. But I think like the first instance that it's on a card is Nakayama Festa Wit, right? Like this is the first time it'll happen. Am I gonna pull on the Sirius Symboli banner? It's interesting. It's an interesting banner. But like they're both for late surgers. I'm not gonna play late surgers for the medium tracks. Or that's a lie. I'm gonna play Dober for one of them, because I want to try to build a Dober. But like it's you have Rise from the Ashes and the I don't remember what the other one was. It's Rise from the Ashes from Sirius, and what does the stamp card give? Oh, Burning Soul. Yeah, Burning Soul's kind of good, since it hedges against debuffers. I don't think the banner's worth pulling on. It's like, it's too niche. Like, Late Surger medium track for Rising Soul and Rise from the Ashes, like the skills aren't that strong. I forgot about Sasami. Oh, is Sasami the first instance of nothing ventured? I don't think Risky Business is worth gambling on, but I do think Nothing Ventured is fine. Like, I don't think Nakayama Festa Wit is that weak of a card. It's a better Curran. What's a better Curran? The Sirius Symbolic card? That's like it's all or nothing. Is that really what the skill's called? I mean, I guess. I don't know. Like, I just don't know why. Like, From the Brink is just not that great of a skill. Actually, you know, that's a lie. From the Brink isn't that bad of a skill. Because it's the first time that one of the gambling skills has first phase half random, which is a better activation window than other cards. I think it's fine to borrow. Like, if you own Nice Nature and you're trying to run 2 wits, like it's better to run Sirius Symboli than Fine Motion. But once again, like, you would only run this card because you're running a Late Surger, and I'm not planning on running a Late Surger, so there's no point in me pulling the banner. But I think, like, if you were training Late Surgers for all 3 medium CMs, or for a lot of the medium CMs, sure, you can think about it. It's just so niche that, like, you have to be a Late Surger, and it has to be a medium track. Otherwise, it's just a little bit weaker. Does it release with the first half, or is it after buffs? I think From the Brink was released with first half. I don't remember From the Brink getting a buff, but I could be wrong about that. Like, I didn't really play Late Surgers when they were good. Or not when they were good. Early on, because they weren't good. I guess the easiest way is if I like hopped into update. Oh, nice. The screen shuts up, Tom. Let me see. We can go into the update history of the Wikipedia page. Second Annie. This is not the second anniversary. Sorry, give me a second. I'll find it. Second anniversary balance changes. Then translate this for me, please. Okay, let me push it back. I can't translate the page. Okay. What is the... I don't remember it changing. Rise from the Ashes. Oh. Okay, I think it got changed. It might not release with the updated version then. Because it is a part of the changes at the second anniversary. Yeah, I also remember Do Ya Breakin' being updated the second. I remember Do Ya Breakin' being updated the second Annie. So I'm interested to see when Saiyan Sky releases, if it is the version that's currently on here. I think Game Tora has the updated version. But I remember Do Ya Breakin' being updated. But yeah, it looks like it doesn't actually release with the better version. So it might be worth even less. Like, I don't really want to do this run. I don't want to do these Tama runs anymore. I think I'm just gonna phone it in with the other Tama I have. The Uma Stanless one. I just lost to All-Seeing Eyes, Late Surger Dover on a mile. Okay, yeah. I might be wrong about the Rise from the Ashes then. Or whatever it's called, From the Brink. Yeah, anything that is like distance specific is always a better bar or target. It's an easy final wins for Gold Chip. Okay, 30 energy is nice here. It's just like it's annoying trying to hit something better. I was having the same issues when I was doing my Harus. It's like it's just so hard to hit something better when you already have something. We're gonna take this training. My bike goes too far behind. Even though I would like to do this race, my items aren't looking that bad. I think it's better to take this and then do the two G1s. It's at least on a wit card. Yeah, it's also a pretty strong wit card. I think like it barely loses to like the top tier. It's only because her unique effect is kind of annoying. Not serious. But like it's pretty strong as a card. Like if you compare it to Fine Motion, it's pretty much, well, on paper it looks better, but the 15% training effect in this outweighs the 0.5 friendship and the mood bonus, but it has a speed bonus, the 10% race bonus, 50 specialty priority. Like this card is pretty good. Like, it's a good borrow. Yeah. But the friendship bonus, you do need to, like, train up. You can do it 5 times. So it doesn't start off with 38, like Fine Motion starts off with a 37.5. But it's like still, it's like competes for the top tier. Keep in mind, like, this means that you need to do 5 rainbow trainings with it, like not 5 actual trainings with it. So you have to bring it up to 80 bond and then do an additional 5 trainings to fully unlock the friendship bonus that Fine Motion basically already has. But it does come with that extra speed bonus. The 30% mood effect translates to 6% training effectiveness on great mood. What's the GOAT deck for Grand Live? Kitas and Black, Tachyon Speed, Nice Nature, Wit, Fine Motion, Serious, and Bali. I don't know if you want to run Serious and Bali. You might run like Nakayama Festa instead. But both these Wit cards are pretty good. Actually, you might run Tannhauser. I think Tannhauser's better. For Grand Life. Tannhauser. Because at 100 bond, you get the additional recovery. And it like doesn't lock her friendship bonus. But I think for... And she also gives you It's On, which is a better skill. So I think if you were like a whale, you would rather have Tannhauser. Because it doesn't lock her friendship bonus behind a whack unique effect. And Grand Life, you don't care about the race bonus. And the skill is more general, because it's guaranteed to give you It's On. The GOAT deck would be to run this as your Wit card. Not that I'm saying you should pull for Tannhauser. I don't think Tannhauser's that strong. But if you were a whale and you were going into Grand Live, you would most likely grab Tannhauser. Like, Tannhauser's a good pick if you don't have a Wit card right now. Like, it's not an upgrade from Fine Motion. Or not enough of an upgrade from Fine Motion. But I would rather run like Fine Motion Tannhauser than Serious and Bali. Ah! Looks like another perma borrow card. It's not that bad. It's just like not worth your resources if you already have Fine Motion. But it's a pretty general card. Like, it's on. It's on's a pretty good general card. It's just her hints suck. But like, you don't really care. She doesn't have hit bonuses. But like, it's on is strong. I don't know. I really like the Tannhauser card. I think like, if you just joined and you missed out on Fine Motion, rather than waiting for like the Marzensky Fine Motion rerun, actually you'd rather just pull on Marzensky Speed for Nakayama Festa Wit. That's a lie. Never mind. You would want your Wit card to be Nakayama Festa, if you just started. Like, you would probably want to just do like 400 pulls here and try to come out with a maximum break Festa and a limit break 1 Marzensky Speed. So actually, I don't think anyone should really have Tannhauser. I think, like, even if you didn't have any cards, like, you would rather just come out with a maximum break Festa and a limit break 1 Marzensky Speed. I guess that's why I have this one highlighted. But Festa's a pretty strong Wit card. You have to give, like, Fine Motion is not that good. Like, all the new Wit cards coming out now are, like, on her level. Except Nakayama Festa Wit's kind of awkward. But like Tannhauser and Serious and Bali are pretty similar to Fine Motion. It's just like, it was a lot easier to obtain copies of Fine Motion. So it's better. Zero Prio on Festa is sus, though. Yeah, but you're running double Wit. It should be fine. And then you can run triple Wit to 2 speed. Roaming isn't that bad in Grand Live, since you have the songs. But it's not like 35 is that much better. 35 is like 2 more trainings. 50 is good. Got it? You'll pull on Tannhauser. I'm just saying, if you didn't own Fine Motion, it's good. Like, there's other options out there. But I think if you have I think if you own Fine Motion, like, there's kind of no point in getting one of the... It's like a side grade at best. I'm gonna kill Tama. Is Mr. CB Wit not on their level? I mean, CB Wit's there. I just didn't really bring CB Wit, but yeah, I guess CB Wit is also up there. It's just like, these are more generalistic uniques. I guess Serious Symbol isn't generalistic, but yeah. Like, Fine Motion isn't the strongest Wit card, it's just the oldest that is still strong. I don't really watch other guides, unless someone tells me what it is. So no. I don't have any thoughts. I think this run's getting glued. I like Tannhauser. Tannhauser gives you 10 energy on a Rainbow Training at max bond. I just think it's better efficiency for a new player to all in on the... Like, I think you can get close to 600 pulls if you started on the anniversary banner. So you can just pull on the... You can just pull on the Maruzensky banner and then go to 200 on this banner. So it's 500 pulls. I think you can get that in a scenario. 400 here, and then 100 here. How else do I get the big stand briefing if I don't watch other guides? That is right, you're true. Why do I need big stand briefing? I already know it's 1200 triple golds. Of course I'm going 1200 triple golds. I want to do the stamp training here. But popping all my energy is kind of awkward. I could Good Luck Charm and then double race. Yeah, let's Good Luck Charm and double race. S-Maru banners make sense for a new player. Yeah, it's just at the S-Maru banner, like, you get 2 cards out of it. I think if you're a new player, like, you really want to get value out of a banner and get double cards. And Speed Wit is like the best double card that you can do. And then you just do 100 on Light Hello just to be able to play the next scenario. Like, you enter with Maruzensky, Nakayama Festa, and Light Hello. You have 3 SSRs that you can use. How long does Condor Speed last? Probably until Still in Love. Yeah, I mean, you can pull on, like, Biblio Speed, but, I would try to replace... Actually, no, because you probably run Pasa, Still in Love, and then Still in Love Almond Eye. So it's probably until Almond Eye. Because, like, if you're pulling at this banner, you'll probably run Pasa Kitasen. And then, like, you can probably just keep running Pasa Kitasen, and then replace Kitasen with Vivilios if you don't like your speed cards, or you replace Kitasen with Still in Love, which is a stronger card. And then you'll replace Pasa with Almond Eye. What about Dura? I don't like Dura. Just because I really think people should pull on this banner. Because it's the scenario banner and there's free pulls on it. But Dura does have free pulls. So it's not like bad to go on Dura to upgrade. Because then you could do like Duramente, Still in Love. So like it's like what, Pasa Kitasen, Pasa Duramente, Duramente, Still in Love Almond Eye. It's just like a lot of speed upgrades. I don't know. I feel awkward like recommending upgrading your speed card 4 times. And like Duramente isn't that much stronger of an upgrade. That I can really feel that I feel comfortable recommending it. Because this is what, three cards? I guess it's only 2 cards. I think Sounds of Verse is kind of a bait, unless you don't own Super Creek. But I just feel awkward recommending upgrading both your speed cards at Duramente and then dropping Pasa for Still in Love. I think if you weren't pulling on Uma banners, you can do that, like if you're fully meta. What's the first Guts card to pull on? You have to pull on Orfevre. This is a friend card, so like you have to pull on it, and Orfevre is also just the strongest Guts card. But Orfevre would be the first Guts card you would pull on. Yeah, we're gonna take the opening race. Like, when in doubt, just pull on any of the banners that have free pulls on it. Like, any banner you see free pulls on it generally is a decent banner to pull on. Let me see. What's bait? Like, Marozensky is not the free banner. It's the summer banner. Okay, actually, wait, no. Don't pull on the... not the 10 pulls, like the ones where you get 100 pulls, but like not the Gold Week 10 pulls. But like... Okay, that's also a lie. This New Year's one's kind of bad. The Uma one's good. You get Kitasen Black White. But the supporter card is bad. Like Midra Ramona is good. Mihono Bourbon Wit's good. It gets 80 supporter pulls for Gal Week, the Gold Week. I don't like recommending Jungle Pocket because there's no free pulls. Like El Condor Pasa gets free pulls as the scenario start. I don't remember Sounds of Earth got free pulls. But I still don't like upgrading to this because I think you would want Air Shakur. Yeah, some of the New Year's ones are bad though. But all the scenario ones you have to pull for, and like the Annie ones are usually the scenario ones. I mean, this is a New Year's banner. This is a scenario banner. Nishino Flower Power is kind of awkward. It's still a good card. It's just like the issue is the frontliner generalist card. Still in Love's good. Air Shakur's the scenario card. New Year's card is Symbolic Rudolph Wit, which is what Power Grease Meijiro Ramono as like the generalist card. Definitely pull for Almond Eye. Like generally you can just pull on the ones that get you like 100 free pulls. It's a bad idea to wait for the Esmaro Ramono banner. I think the issue with the rerun banner here is that like you just get no value out of it, right? Like you missed so much value that you could have gotten from Mars and C Speed. Like it's just a reduced shelf life if you pull here. Like yes, it's quote unquote more effective since you can use both of the banners, but it's still the same percentage chance, right? Like the issue is like if you dump 400 pulls here, you're not coming out with max limit break of both of them. I guess Mars Ensky Speed doesn't need to be max limit broken, so you can use all the pities on Ramono, but it's like people have played with Mars Ensky Speed. Like you're pulling for a 1-year-old card at this point. How about the Mr. CB Super Krieg? I once again think like you have to pull from the original banner. But I think like if you don't have either of them max limit broken, you can probably pull the rerun to like try to get some small upgrades. Mr. CB has most of its strength at limit break 1, and at limit break 2, the last 2 limit breaks kind of do nothing. But like I think you can pull this. I think you should pull on reruns if you're still missing copies. But I think if like the Fine Motion Marzensky Speed rerun banner, like I think it's just too late. And like Nakayama Festawit isn't even that weak. Like you're only doing rerun banners if you're missing some copies, because it's impossible to max limit break both of them. Okay, this rerun banner is honestly not that bad. Marzensky Speed's a little unique in that you can run a limit break 1 version. I just think that waiting until here to pull for it is like way too late. It's like the same idea of skipping the initial Kiedis and Black speed to pull on the rerun version because the rerun has higher percentage chance. It's too long of a gap. Like you're just not playing the game for 4-5 months. Like I don't know if anyone did end up skipping this first run edition of Kiedis and Black and then pulling on the rerun, but it's like you're just playing with a weaker deck for too long. That it's like you're probably just gonna burn out saving until then. Like saving for more than a scenario, I think is just too long to wait. Because you're just playing an entire scenario down. How much does Tachyon fall off after her scenario? It's a little harder to use her in Grandmasters. So like I think so Tachyon is stronger in Grand Life than Marzensky Speed, and I think Marzensky Speed is stronger than Tachyon in Grandmasters. But she will die at Pasa. You will not run her over Pasa. Or you would not run her over... Actually, you might run Tachyon Pasa. If you're chasing a Pace Chaser and don't need check. But most of the... Usually, you can run it in Grandmasters if you don't run Marzensky Speed. But when Condor Pasa comes out, it's pretty rare that you'll run it. Did I do the training last turn? Yes, okay, I need to pop a 20 here. Just so... There's a pretty high chance I get a mood down if I don't... maybe I didn't care about the mood down. That was the biggest gaslight in the game. I just think, like... I don't like pull recommendations that tell you to... like play an entire scenario weaker when the original banner isn't even that bad to pull on. Like you don't need to wait an entire year to pull on Marzensky when Marzensky's already really strong at limit break 1. Like you can go 200 pulls in even, and just come at, hopefully you get one copy of Marzensky Speed and then pity the second one, and like you'll be able to play the game at a pretty strong level. Is Pasa Bis until Almondai? I think technically you could run... I mean, it's not Bis, no. I would not say she's runnable until Almondai, but she is weaker than Vivlios and Still in Love. Like, at Still in Love, you would rather have Vivlios as your second speed. So it's not Bis. Like, the Bis is Vivlios Still in Love. But I just don't think Vivlios is that worth it. And by then you'll have 2 free selectors that you can use as Maru. Yeah, like at that point then you're not even pulling on the rerun banner, because you can just use the 1.5... You can use the Grand Life free selector on it, and then use the second Annie's free selector on it. So like, why don't you just pull on the banner? And this is like just off of the free selectors. There's not really anything else you would use the free selectors on. So like you're like either way you're not pulling on the like if you're not pulling on this banner, you're probably just gonna use the free selectors on Marzensky. I don't know. Like every card has a shelf life, and if you wait until the rerun, like you're spending, you're saving by pulling on a banner that has 2 cards that you can use, but both those cards had shorter shelf lives, so you're not really saving anything. You're just making your gameplay, like you're just making the gameplay leading up to it worse, and then most people, like, sure, you caught up to the people who pulled on the initial banners, but then, like, they're just gonna pull on the next banner. Process speed doesn't fit in your pull plan. Hopefully you get a copy of May in the free pulls. And then, yeah, probably, like, save for Dura or Vivlios. I don't know. I don't like pull guides that tell you, yeah, just wait 6 months. Because like I play this game way too much, but this game is not enjoyable if you don't have cards. Like if you're only using SR cards, I just don't. I think the game is just too hard to train. Unless you're only playing for the Umas. Like obviously I play this game for the CM. If you're only playing for Umas, it's fine. Then like all my advice, like pull plans don't matter if you don't care about CM. How long is Mr. CB good for? Probably until Lark. Yeah. You can run her as your second wit with Meguro Ramonu, but at La Arc, you probably drop her for Ramonu. You can still actually no. In La Arc, you run Mr. CB for long tracks. Mr. CB is an end closer card. You don't need it. Mr. CB is exclusively an end closer card. No one else should pull on Mr. CB unless you're an end closer. She's not strong enough at Limit Break 1. At Limit Break 1, I think you're just better off running, like, Marvelous Sunday. Like, she's not that much of an improvement over Marvelous Sunday SR. The main reason why you're running this is for her skill, Daring Strike. I guess she has one more wit bonus over Marvelous Sunday SR. But it's not like that much of an improvement. It's the skill that's the biggest improvement. Yeah, I'm just gonna get a Limit Break 1. I don't run end closers enough, I think. Well, I mean, there's no point going past Limit Break 1. Like, there's a somewhat upgrade at Limit Break 2 for that extra wit recovery, but all of her strength is at Limit Break 1. Like, you're running her for Daring Strike, mainly. Like, it doesn't beat Fine Motion in output. Even if you got it to max Limit Break, like, cool, you got 6 trait TE from the mood bonus, 4% more friendship bonus, like, that's all you get. 4% friendship, 6 TE for 3 more limit breaks. You want to play end closer? How long is she mandatory for? Probably until Narita Taishin Wit. But Meguro Ramonu, you can run on end closers because it's the same mid race. You would want to run duo in Grandmasters, and then Grand Live, you probably do Meguro Ramonu for miles and mediums, and then Mr. CB for long. But it'll be your wit card, basically. It'll be one of your wit cards for like this section of the game. which is... What is this? Like half of Mant, the entirety of Grand Live, and then you can run it in Grandmasters as a duo wit card with Metro Ramono. Narita Taishin Wit is the like actual upgrade to it, so you can get Encroaching Shadow and all her end closers hints. But it's really hard to play if you don't have Daring Strike. Ah, we only hit Nimble Nav off the inspo. I don't want to do Tama runs anymore. Man, just bring me to a medium track where I can just run the 70% race bonus, hit a UG, and then be like, oh, I have a UG, Uma. Time to job. I don't think my cross is that bad. I'd be worried if all the jobbers were running my cross. Which end closer is popular to use the Taishin Wit? Taishin Goship's the only ends you really run. The upcoming end closers are probably Dura and Mr. CB. I think Mr. C. Actually, Mr. CB has Encroaching Shadow, which kind of makes it a little bit awkward. I think it's still good to run it on Mr. CB, just because it has all the hints. I think Dura and Mr. CB are the only end closers that I can think of. I think Christmas isn't that bad. There isn't that many end closers. You can't really main end closers. End closers right now are just Orfevre. Chaser, Aptitude, oh no. Yeah. But like medium, or let me see. Yeah, you're probably running on Mr. CB. She has Encroaching Shadow already. It's just you would want the skills from it. But she has Encroaching Shadow and Umastan. Mr. CB has a really good kit for end closers on medium tracks and longs. I think her Encroaching Shadow lets her use it for medium tracks. Does not having CB wait for Daring Strike hurt Mr. CB herself? Not really. She releases the Metro Ramono. You just run Metro Ramono. Yeah, that's why I have Ayabe Christmas and Mr. CB as well on question marks. Because it's like, you're not really an end closer. Like, the only end closer that exists is Orfevre. So that's why I have these two on question marks. Because, like, they're runnable. It's just they're not Orfevre. But no, you don't need it. Because you'll have Metro Ramono when Mr. CB releases. Like, Daring Strike is good right now because you want one strong power. But yeah, Mr. CB has the Anchors Away. Like, this is just Anchors Away. It's phase later half, but it's basically Anchors Away, so like you don't really want Daring Strike, because it's the same issue with Gold Chip, where if you trigger one of them, the other one kind of punishes you. But like owning Umastan, owning Encroaching Shadow, and then owning a corner random is pretty strong. This one's current speed as well. Like, her potentials are just way stronger. That like losing Daring Strike doesn't really matter. Current speed is like the best skill you can have, or the best effect you can have. Obviously, Umastan is good. Obviously, Encroaching Shadow is good. Evo's release with her. So, you know, you get the medium Encroaching Shadow. You get the Field of View Vision one that Norita Taishin also has. But the current speed and the medium encroaching shadow are both really good. There's Duradel for sprint miles. Enclosures don't really exist on sprint miles, so I didn't really... I haven't put Duradel in. But Mr. CB is probably the next enclosure, and you don't need Mr. CB wit for it. You just run Major Ramono and then whatever second wit you have. Everyone else is kind of... Dura's good. Durandel, I mean, kind of. You can run Dream Journey, I guess. And then anyone who got released after Orfevre, or anyone who got released close to Orfevre kind of doesn't exist. But Duramente's decent. So you can probably run Mr. CB for this. But there just isn't that many enclosers, right? Like, I just went to the end of the list there. Cross isn't even really an encloser because she's a late surger. Nejiro Bright's a late surger. Like, there isn't that many enclosures that gets released into the game. This run is so bad. My Super Creek isn't booted up. Where's more? They'd have to train their own horse to be an encloser. Would Orfevre need Taishin Wit? Yeah, she doesn't own Encroaching Shadow. She owns a unique version of Encroaching Shadow. She has Rain. Oh! Buena Vista gives Rain? I did not know Buena Vista gave Rain. Okay, it's no longer unique. But her evolution of Rain is any course that is 2,000 meter or above is a Encroaching Shadow. But if you're running her on long tracks, if you're running her on the Arima Kinen, the Kikuo Show, or the Tenno Show Spring, you would want Taishin Wit. Yeah, Dura's is only medium tracks. And it's not even like the instant. But yeah, for long tracks you would want Norita Taishin Wit. I didn't know Rain was put on a card now. Not that it's good. I don't think you would. I didn't know it got released on Buena Vista. But yeah. You can't really be an encloser once Orfevre's out, because I don't think it's possible to beat the... Well, unless you're not on a medium long, then yes, you beat out Orfevre, because that's not the track that's suited for her. So yeah, it's just most horses run pace or late surger. So that's why we have so much pace late, and why we have so much pace late support. Because most people, or most horses run that, which means most horses are built around that. And then... like, because a lot of horses are in that position, Cygames prints out support for that. I just want to give up this, man. 448 speed is not enough. I'm going through. Going through. Okay, let's just do this summer. If I lose this one, I'm done. Breath of fresh air, just. Sure. Orfevre main till the end of time. Well, you gotta figure out what to run on mile medium, or medium sprints, I guess. So like, yeah, you can run Dorndell. Or modifies another end closer. Technically Dorndell's your mile medium, which you would want Encroaching Shadow for, because she has lightning speed. I think her lightning speed becomes an overtake condition instead of having to be 5th or below. Like, it can be anything. So Dorndell's really good with Narita Taishin with. But you probably run like Narita Taishin, or sorry, you would probably run Dorndell for sprint miles, and then you run Orfevre for medium long. Got Cheer Halo until Dorndell. Yeah, I don't know if there's any other end closer. I mean, you can... No, Daichi Ruby's, I think, yeah, late. Or actually, you can run her as end. It'd just be only sprints. For sprints, you can run Daichi Ruby. I don't think you can... Yeah. Sprints have Daichi Ruby. I don't... she's a little weaker on Miles as an end closer. I think you'd rather run her as late surge on Miles. What I think is the first episode of Steel Ball Run. It's good. Kinda sucks that it's batch release and not weekly. Yeah, it's really funny because right now, like, any late surger does better as end closer, but eventually late surgers take it back. Is Inari 1 good? Like her original version? Her original version is like medium track focused. Well, it's and then medium track focused. But you can run her as end closer. I think she has like end straights. Yeah. Is Inari 1 good? Not really. Like the recovery skill is kind of awkward. But she is a medium track runner. But she can be ran as end closer. I think her festival is not bad. Her festival is long focused. Where is it? Yeah. So like you can run Inari 1 for medium tracks. They're both end closer focused. They kind of have a drawback. But Inari 1's fine. I think her festival version's good on long tracks. I think her base version is not that great. Because of the recovery skill. Like this reduces her to dirt medium, and then this one reduces her to only medium tracks. But Encroaching Shadow isn't out on her release, or isn't out on a card on her initial release. So her initial one's fine. The straightaway spirit helps. Is Creek Rerun worth it, or is he bad at that point? If you're pulling on the Creek Rerun, you'll just skip. I think if you own Creek, you shouldn't pull for Sounds of Earth. It's like, it's not that big of an upgrade, and I just don't think it's worth the carrots, especially if you already pulled for Pasta Speed, and then you need to pull for Favre Guts. Like, I think Sounds of Earth is really awkward in this in-between stage when you want to pull on the other two cards. Like, I think rather than pulling on Sounds of Earth, you should just all in on Orfevre Guts, so you can have a really good Guts card for Sprint Miles. Because otherwise you're doing, what, 400 pulls here, 400 pulls here, and then 400 pulls here? I don't think you can budget that. Like, I'd rather you do 400 here, 400 here. And that way you can also at least maybe pick up a Uma in between. Though I don't know if there's any good Umas that release. I guess Kiedis in Black anime is fine. Well, there isn't good Umas, but I'm assuming people want to pull on Umas they like. So I'd rather people just do 400, maybe do an Uma pull, and then do another 400, then pull for Sounds of Earth. Which is like why I'm saying that if you get to own Super Creek, it should be fine. Because Super Creek's a good ticket target. I do think you should upgrade. Once we get around here, you should upgrade to Airship Stam. Is Katsurugi Ace strong? Her niche is too awkward. She's a front runner, so you have to run her as a front runner. But she has a niche in Tokyo. So if you run her in Tokyo, she's pretty strong. It has to be a medium Tokyo track, because her evolution is for it. It's not that bad if she's not on a Tokyo track. Because you only lose 1 second, I think. Yeah, you only lose 1 second here. And you only lose 0.1 target speed here. No, she's not that bad. Because she has the Evo of taking the lead and then the... Untouchable Shadow is kind of awkward. I don't really like the skill. Or her evolution skill. Because I think you need to be 3 links ahead. Oh, wait, yeah, she's a runaway. Okay, no, the 3 links is usable. But I think, like, she's best for the Derby. I think, like, the only times you can really use her skill is on the Derby. But it's a little harder to put her in the other ones. I think both aces just have... They're too, like, on the nose of being for the Derby. Like, her New Year's version is on mediums for the corner. Is there ever a scenario where you use a runaway cable Uma as a front? Runaways are fine to use. Like, I think the Arima Keenan, like Mitchell Palmer, can actually win as a runaway. The Derby, Ace can win. Wasn't she good on the arena with double runaway? Not Ace. I mean, you could use it, but Palmer was your winner. But, yeah, but you would more likely use Palmer as your winner. Oh yeah, Palmer can win a lot. I think Suzuka is probably the best runaway. Not the base version. But Summer Suzuka is pretty decent as a runaway. She gets current speed from her unique, which is a lot faster since you don't have to accelerate to that new speed. And then she has Escape Artist and a unique medium track taking the lead. Oops. I meant to go to the Evas. So she can like run this, and when does she release? Do you get Unbreakable Stance here? Suzuka. Yeah, so you'll have Unshakable Stance for Mihono Bourbon with. She has her medium specific one. Have I ever ran a front in a CM? Nope. I've never played front runner. I hate that style. Sorry, in the CM. I played it for League of Heroes. But I play every position but front. But Suzuka is probably the strongest medium track runaway. Most of my like information on like the meta for front runners is what I saw when I played the CM. But I mainly built pace late and sometimes end. You count blockers? Yeah, I mean I can build fronts, I just hate playing fronts. I never built. I don't think I didn't pull for Favre. That's for another round and then I quit. I quit in like the second week of Twinkle Legends. I think I was waiting to see how good Orfevre was. Why do I have 4 cupcakes? Am I not pulling for Esmara's speed? No, I'm gonna ticket it. The first instance of League of Heroes... The first instance of League of Heroes is during Grandmasters. So I'm just gonna use the tickets on Marazensky from the 2nd anniversary, and then borrow Mihono Bourbon Wit, and I'll run front runners then. But yeah, I will not be pulling for Esmara's speed, which I don't need it for the CMs. This run's dead. I don't have enough energy for the summer. I have to take a blank wit training here. I mean a debuff for cross? Oh. Oh, Super Creek. Oh, I don't even have her at 80, so it doesn't even matter. We missed Fast Learner. It's glue. I'm gluing it because we missed Fast Learner. That's the new Bourbon Wit? Yeah. It's the Bourbon Wit here. Boxing? Sprint one? But Metro Ramono and then borrowing Mihono Bourbon Wit should be good enough for this first. I could have let her finish up the cupcakes. Okay, sorry. Originally what I was trying to answer was what would an end closer run in Grand Live Grandmasters? There's a lot. Like, I think for mediums and longs are end closer's best tracks. Or at least those are the ones you probably want Daring Strike for. The only mile you can do is if you put Daring Strike on a Taishin for Encroaching Shadow. Otherwise, you're running Lightning Speed and King Halo Cheerleader on miles, so you're not pushing up. But I think like Daring Strike would be good on quite a lot here. But I mean, what else are you pulling for, if not CB Wit? Or are you saying like for Mant? Because I think these are the 5 and 9. Yeah, these are you get 4 CMs where you're able to use it. Like, there's 2 medium tracks where you can run end closers. I know I'm saying 2 medium tracks because the Derby you can run Pump and Beyond, and then for the Hanshin 2200 you can run Pump and Beyond. Derby you can also run Redshift. Like if you're an end closer who pushed up above into 4th place. Like I think for the Derby you probably run Pump and Beyond and Redshift as your 2 excels, and then you run Daring Strike, so that covers 6th to 1st. 5th place would be like ideal because you can hit Pump and Beyond and then Redshift right after. But like Derby, I think you would really want Mr. CB with. Hanshin's a little awkward because you could blow past it, right? The only excels you have here are the only excels you have there are Pump and Moving Past and Beyond. But you also have Nimble Nav for both those tracks if you push up too far. Pushing up is always a good thing. Derby, you have Nimble Nav, Redshift. At 2200, I guess you only have Nimble Nav. Shooting doesn't work anymore. Like yeah, shooting would activate like over here, the halfway. Shooting would activate too late. You want Redshift here. But you definitely want Redshift for the Derby. Alright folks, we're gonna run this CB win, and man, race bonus is kind of sketch. Daring Strike is a lot better than having more SP. 5% is not that hard to work with. 0% is really hard to work with. But I think you can still hit like a pretty decent skill list running a 5% card. Like those crosses on 5%. Like sure, a little bit more mid race would be better, but Daring Strike does a lot of heavy lifting. But I think it's worth over running a 5%. Or worth running over a card that gives you like 10%. You get back to the limit break 3? I don't think back to the limit break 3 changes much for you. You should probably just save the crystal. But like 115% isn't that bad. Or sorry, like running I was running a 5% on, or I was running 50% race bonus on both of these decks. And it's like it's not that bad. The skill list is still pretty decent. It's only bad if you try to like run King Halo power or something, or King Halo speed. But you can get away with running 2 5% and running like a 60% race bonus deck. 70% gives you a little bit more skills. If you had really good parents, you'd probably rather run a 70% race bonus deck. So you can get like a really long skill list. Like if you can, like if you can get a skill list like this, then yes, it makes more sense to run a 70% race bonus deck to like double circle stuff. But a Daring Strike does quite a bit of lifting. How much SP did I end up with? On a 50%, it was like 2.3 to 2.4k on average. So minus 20% race bonus is like minus 400 SP. Which is why I'm saying, like, if you had good parents, and you can get like all 4 of the corners and straightaway stuff, then there's a lot of value in stacking more race bonus. If you had parents that had the excels you needed, the other skills you needed, and all the straights and corners. But 50% generally ends up with like 2.3k. I think the peak of the 70% race bonus deck is like 2.8, 2.9k. Which is 400, 500 more SP. While still being able to hit like your stat goals. If you can win your style, yeah. Well, I'm assuming you're running Mr. CB on an end closer to get the other hints. I think Pace Front has it a lot easier. Front runners, once we are on a track where angling and scheming can work, like you can just buy angling and scheming early and hopefully win off of that. Pace chasers just have an easier time not getting blocked. So we'll probably be seeing a lot of good Christmas Ogres and front runners. Don't know how much you'll see in the actual CM. I have 1 borrow left. This is a 3-hour stream, and all I have in my veterans list is the special week parent. Is Mr. CB good when Orfevre comes out? No. You would not run Mr. CB on her. No. You'd probably run Narita Taishin from... Like, Narita Taishin is a straight-up upgrade. Like, even if you can't use... it's not even that even if you can't use Soaring Stride. It comes with... Sorry. If you can't use Encroaching Shadow, Narita Taishin Wit comes with Soaring Stride. Is what I'm trying to say. She gives you a choice to take a mid-race skill. While Soaring Stride isn't the 4 seconds of Daring Strike, it's still a mid-race skill. And it comes with all end closer stuff off of the hints. Like, it's just way too strong of a card. Like, Daring Strike is not that good. Daring Strike isn't that good where you would run such an older card. Actually, it doesn't even look like that big of an upgrade. It's just the hints are a lot better. Chaser Straits, Breakthrough Plan for more mid-race, Boiling Blood for... I think this is End Race, Sufficient Thrust for more mid-race. Or Sufficient Thrust is the white of Soaring Stride. There's a Stam Drain for more mid-race. There's an Overtake for more mid-race. And then there's a long. What's the earliest Encroaching Shadow source? It's Hishi Amazon Power. Power cards aren't that bad to run in... Actually, power cards are really bad to run. Like, I don't think you're running a power card in Grand Food Festival or the balling one, the sports one. I forgot what the sports one's called. Yeah, Mecha, I think you can bring a power, but at that point, Narita Taishin's out. Like, Hishi Amazon will come out, but I think La'Arc and this is not Grand Food Festival. This is the balling one. But the two scenarios that you can run it before Narita Taishin, it's really hard to slot in the power card. Which is why, like, the strong end closers are the people who already own Encroaching Shadow, which is Mr. CB and Mr. Shibi and Narita Taishin. But Hishi Amazon is the first time it got printed on a card. Yeah, or if ever you would just use Narita Taishin with just a little bit better skills, and you can get Soaring Stride. I guess the 10 TE does make a lot of difference. 10 trading effectiveness is quite a big gap. Or you could run Symboli Wit. If you don't want to invest fully into end closers, but you still want to play the strongest end closer, you can run Symboli Wit, who has better skills, and then it has Slipstream. I think this is Slipstream. Yeah. So I don't even think you really need Narita Taishin, unless you're running a long track where you need Encroaching Shadow. But no, I would not run Mr. CB on Orfevre. I would run either Symboli Wit if you aren't invested in end closers but still want to run an Orfevre, or if you're an end closer, you run Narita Taishin Wit. Alright, let me join a pub lobby. Let me see how glue am I. Open League. No. It's a borrow angle? For what? If like you weren't a... Alright, I'm just gonna make my own room. I think so. After my break tomorrow, on Friday and Saturday, we'll do viewer room matches leading up to the CM, and I'll like pull up my bots and we'll do this a little bit fair. I just want to see my Umas run. Taishin? If you're not playing end closers, yes. If you are playing end closers on other tracks, then or like if you're playing a lot of end closers, I think so. But I think it's a borrow angle if you don't own any end closer stuff, but you want to run Orfevre. Because I don't think there's a better borrow. Because you should own... Or I guess a Guts card. No. No, because you're not running Guts. Am I planning to do more Tama runs or am I done for the CM? I think I'm just going to call it quits. I think I'm calling it quits with this Tama. Like, I just want to hit this Tama, but with, like, maybe Uma stand and 200 more power. You've been playing since the stream started and you haven't finished a single... Hey, me too, me too. What? That's a lie. I started the stream... I started the stream with a finished parent run. Why did I take Daring Strike on Gold Chip when I said it would grief you with both Daring Strike and Gold Chip unique hits? Because I did one run. I did one run testing it, and then I told you the results of my testing. And I don't want to do another run on Gold Chip. But I have not made another Gold Chip run, or I have not done another Gold Chip run after my observations. But that's why I have Daring Strike. I'm telling you, don't make the same mistake I did, because I didn't change it. What card would I exchange for Eye of A Power? Probably just another win card. Though I think in this scenario we might see it both proc. We hit Daring Strike. Because I missed Uma Stand all because I lead started. Oh no. Okay, like in this scenario, we were gonna see both Daring Strike and Anchors Away pop. But that's because I late started and I missed Uma Stand. But generally, like, she pushes up too far, especially if you already have Uma Stand. My cross is stuck. No speed carryover. Yeah, I don't think my cross is making it. Ah, I missed the speed carryover and I don't have enough power. 4 links. And Kida Black is so annoying. The way to deal with Kida Black is to build a better Kida Black. Or build another front runner. But if you like run the slingshot and you're uncontested, it's really hard to beat. I don't really want to run, like, I can run S Maru as a blocker, but like I think it's really rare to actually find a Kida like this in the actual CM. I doubt anyone's gonna put it through. Kida-san's pretty good. She got a perfect Radiant start. Okay, that does make sense why I lost by 4 lengths. I don't think I beat even if it misses the Radiant star. I think the only way Cross can win there is if she gets speed carryover on White Lightning. Assuming that they don't hit the Radiant Star. I didn't see that they hit the Radiant Star. But that's why, like, I wanted to build a better Cross. Because it's just a lot more comfortable if I have the 200 extra power. But Kida-san's really hard to contest without running your own front. The best way is to just run a Bourbon or an Asmaru who can, you know, who has the mid-race. It's the same thing with, say, in Sky. Like, you just need to build a mid-race unique. uh... I'm... Very, very cool Umas, like... let me put up the tagline. But obviously it's hard when you're pacing against, like, the two meta-slavey Umas. To run pace late. I'm sure that it will win in the CM. Like, I don't think it's impossible to win. Yeah, unfortunate for Gold Chip. She late started, missed Uma stand. Barely crawled her way back to 6th place and then missed Nimble Nav. Is an end closer Satano Diamond? I forgot she had right hand demon. That brings her 160. It's 60-60, right? Or is it 80-80? Oh, it's 80-80. No long S. Hey, you have Mile S though. At least you have Mile S. Running across has been so annoying. I can't wait to go back to Ogre where... I can't wait to run Ogre where you don't have to change any of her aptitudes and you just run 6 medium sparks. No, I think I'm gonna run Turf Sparks on my Ogre. Well, I'm hoping I can run Turf Sparks on my Ogre. Because I want to try to go for double S. No Suzuka for the Kitasen. And no Groundworks. I think it's a little harder without Groundworks and without the Suzuka. I think Suzuka definitely helps a lot. Without being able to get run down. His Ice Nature has not been doing very well as a stepping stone for my cross. Like, I don't think the debuffs ever do anything, but I was hoping that nature could stay in, like, 6th. But I guess runes just have too many fronts. Is double S or triple S a common thing in the future? I think with Mant Parents you can go for double S on Umas that don't need, like, certain, like, to up their aptitude sparks. My nature killed the Jordan. I don't even know what happened to my Tamamo Crosshair. She's just in 8th place. And I missed Nimble Nav again. Wow, 3 people passed my gold chip before she could hit Nimble Navs. That is unfortunate. That was I was too far ahead on gold chips, so I could hit Nimble Nav. Everyone was behind me. I mean, yeah, if you can't run the crown, you probably just run the tiara. Yeah, it's just... Did this cross hit White Lightning? I thought I saw this one hit White Lightning. Yeah, that was a really unlucky Nimble Nav proc. And my cross was just dead last. I think everyone has Uma Stan, and that's why. Yeah, everyone else had Uma Stan. Everyone procced Uma Stan, which just left my cross in the dust because the Kitasen was a good enough front runner to not pace down everyone. I think Long C is pretty usable to do like the Arima. Alright, we're gonna do one more race and then I'm gonna end the stream there. Triple S is pretty uncommon. Triple S is more common at the 4th anniversary once we get the white sparks. But most Umas have like enough for it. Like the good, at least the usable ones. But long B, long C isn't that hard to run. You lose out on, I think the Tiara is still worse off. Because you don't... Oh, I guess it's not that bad. You only lose like 2 random 5 stats. And then you can't run the... You lose 2 random 5 stats and then 2 10 stats. Because you can't run the Tenosha Spring. But I think double S is common if you have A's in both your aptitudes and you can run miles, just because Man Umas have a high affinity. And then I would say... and then 2 10s that are less. But, I mean, if you're like Dober, it's not worth raising the long aptitude. But if you're able to run all 3, I don't know why. Or I don't know any other Umas that can't run all 3. Like, what other Umas can... Well, unless, like, you're originally a triple tiara runner. But Dober's a triple tiara runner? Who else has long? Or too low of a long?
各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。苦しい戦いを強いられているゴールド7。ここからどう出る？マルゼンスキー会長に飛ばして行きます。先頭はマルゼンスキー単身で飛ばして行きます。先頭から大きく離されて2番手はオグリーキャップ、3番手に当選ジョーダ、2番ナイス。
I guess if you're running like Aiki. Oh, Kiseki doesn't have it. But I think if you have long C or B, like it's runnable. Vodka, yeah. Digital. Yeah, vodka and digital also makes sense. Yeah, there's a really bad showcase of like the Daring Strike issue because there's been a lot of fronts and lates. But generally, you push up too far. So, like, if you can't borrow it, it's not that bad. And my cross, yeah, I don't think my cross is good enough without Uma Stan. Wow, I'm not even faster than anyone in front of me. Oh no, we're on a corner now. I don't know, maybe I'm just too honed in on these rematches. But no Uma stand and no 200 power. It makes cross pretty much unusable. End closer, diamond. Yeah, this time looks good. Besides the long S. You had end S? That's kind of funny. How many long sparks do you have? How many long sparks are you able to run? Just 5? That's unfortunate that you have to do the end closer spark here. Yeah, it's a lot harder when your 2 main sparks aren't long. I think I was getting blocked by this ogre. That's why my gold chip couldn't win at the end there. And then obviously my cross just got stuck in 8th place. Anyways, I think that's gonna do it for today's stream. I'm gonna take a break tomorrow, and then I'll be back on Monday, Saturday, or not Monday, I'll be back the next day in order to do actual room matches. I'll set them up so we can I get more people to join instead of doing like the random queues like that. But thank you guys all for watching today, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.